what is this? Okay, that was weird. Hi, you guys. All right, so today we are going to be talking about, is acne a sign that your body is detoxing? And I wanted to talk about this because it's something that I've heard about before, and I do think that there is some level of truth to this because what you have going on the inside shows up on the outside. Okay, so we're going to talk all about that. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to get in here real quick. Okay. Okay. So, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Hi, y'all. If you're new here, I am Euniycemari, your skin spiritualist, and we talk about all things skincare, especially specializing more so in acne. I dealt with acne for years myself, and once I figured out the keys, okay, to dealing with acne, that is when we decided to share it with the world. All right, so that is what we are going to be talking about. Well, that is mainly the topic of today. Hey Perry, how you doing? I see you caught me on live. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about, is acne a form of your body detoxing? And if you have any questions, you guys can always stick them in the chat. Okay. Um, so I have my notes, so give me a second. Okay, so before we get started on this topic, like I said before, I do believe that there is some truth to this because what goes on the outside shows up on the outside of your skin. So, or the outside, which is your skin. And a lot of times when you start to detox from things or you start to eat a little bit different, take maybe some herbs or something, that can cause your body to purge, which can show up on your skin. But that is not the complete story. Okay, so but it is possible. Um, oh yeah. I know I'm kind of all over the place with lives. I try to be like on a schedule, but usually now I've been doing them more so like in the afternoons or, towards the nighttime because I think like that's the best time maybe. Because then I'm free. A lot of other people are free. It's after work, after school, so I think we're gonna start to keep it then, and maybe I'll come up with a schedule. But I'm kind of a free spirit, so all right. So let's get into this topic. So first of all, let's talk about what detox really is, or what detox is about. Because people hear about detoxes, and sometimes they don't even know what the real definition of a detox is. So when you're talking about detoxing, a lot of the times it can include like the liver, the kidney, the digestive system. It can include avoiding, certain things in your diet, that will help you to detox toxins in the bodies, or certain things like that, right? Um, your skin is a reflection of what is going on inside of a lot of inside, right? So if you are detoxing, you are purging, you are sweating, you are doing all that, all that is coming out through your pores and all that, it can cause you to have more acne. If your hormones are changing in any way, it can cause you to have more acne. Okay, if your stress levels, it can trigger acne. All right, and sometimes there's that saying of things can get a little worse before they get better, right? So yeah, I'm just looking at my notes real quick. See, that's why you got to put your notes in order because you be looking like, So, yeah, so detoxing is pretty much when you are just cutting out something that you're eating, consuming, and that's going to affect the body on the inside. So, it can affect like the kidneys and how everything comes out in the lymphatic drainage and sweat in the skin. So, it's just that's what a detox is, okay? And when you are purging that out of the body, it's going to show up. It's bound to show up on the skin, okay? And that's why having a good skincare routine where you are cleansing the skin properly and, keeping the area clean, that just helps out with acne a lot, all right? So now, let me focus, okay? I feel like I'm about to be all over the place, but it's cool. hmm So let's talk about why you will see acne when it comes to this part of when you're detoxing. What causes acne with the detox part? Any chips in 20 days, girl. I love hot Cheetos. I love hot Cheetos. The only reason why I stopped or really, really slowed down with eating hot Cheetos is because of the red dye situation. Not good for you, so I cut back on that. But I love me some hot Cheetos. Okay, but that salt and all that, yes, it's not good for you. Not good for you. All right. So the reason why you will see acne appear or have more breakouts in this during the time of you detoxing is because there are going to be a few factors. So you're going to have hormonal shifts. Whenever you are detoxing, recalibrating the body, you have to understand the body is a whole machine, right? A body is a whole system. And whether you are doing it for the good or the bad, as in you're eating the wrong things or eating the right things or resetting your whole system, you can see a hormone shift. And whenever there's a hormone shift or your hormones are adjusting, you can have what? Breakout, acne. Okay, so that goes hand in hand. You can also see like if your digestive tract, because that's another thing. They say like your gut is connected to like your health. And I don't know if you guys seen like face mapping. So you can take somebody's face and certain parts of the face where you break out is connected to certain parts of the body, right? So there is saying like if your gut is imbalanced, you can see a lot of breakouts in certain parts of your face. I forgot if it was like the forehead. I forgot, I think it's the forehead. If you see breakouts on the forehead, that means you have like a gut imbalance. So if your gut is going through some stuff, you can see acne, okay, especially if you're detoxing. Um, let's see. So those are pretty much like the main two things, okay? So you have more like hormonal shifts, gut issues. I'm trying to think of what I've seen before when it came to talking about the face map. It's been years since I've seen the face map in a while. I think it's more so forehead for gut, hair for hormones. I think chest and back is also hormonal as well. I don't like spicy stuff. Girl, spicy stuff is the best. What you mean? I can't go without my spicy. I like my spicy. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Let's see. And then also too, if you're using like harsh chemicals during this time, you can see more breakouts, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about detoxing. All right. So another thing that they talk about when it comes to detoxing is the purging part, right? So let's say, you changed up what you're eating, you changed up, um, I don't know what you're eating, you're doing some type of new herbal something, just something that's going to push all the toxins out, which they circle around and they call it your body's purging. So what that looks like is that you may also see breakouts happening when you are purging, and you can see it can go. Y'all, my energy is not there today. What's going on? What's going on? My energy is not here. Mm. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so this is why. Where were we? My brain is not here today. Hold on, give me a second. All right. So when you are purging, Or when your body starts to purge from the detoxes, you can start to see you have more breakouts before it can get worse before it gets better. And so, yeah, I can't concentrate. What's going on today? I don't have ADHD. I promise. I promise. Oh, some people like spicy stuff. Yeah, I like spicy stuff. You're a guy. My bad. Did I call you girl? My bad. My bad. Okay. All right. Hold on one second. Let me get these. Y'all, my concentration is not here today, but we gonna power through. We gonna power through. I feel like some days I'm just a natural at it, and then other days I'm not. I'm just gonna be really honest. Okay. Okay. I feel like I need to go to sleep. What happened? I don't have any energy. Anyways, okay. No notes. No notes. We're just gonna. Um. Hmm. So purging, y'all. I cannot. What is going on today? Do I not? Did I? I just lost my grace today. Like, did something change in the energy field? Something changed in the energy field. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyways, let's keep going. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Purging. I can't concentrate. What is it? What is it? I can't concentrate. Lord. Okay. Okay. This is odd. See, this is real life though. I be sometimes able to flow so easily when it comes to talking to you guys. And there are other times where my mind is just not on the same page. Like, this is why I give it to people who can get on live and just go, go, go. Because with me, I, I have to like, let's concentrate. Okay, so purging. All right, so signs that your skin is purging. You're not going nowhere. He said we could try later. I'm telling you, sometimes I'm good at it and sometimes I'm not. And I just feel like I'm not really concentrating today. Okay, let's try it again. Listen, I'm not no quitter. We gonna do about acne in the body, okay? Notes. We're gonna just do it. So when you are purging, when the body is purging, right, detoxing, when you are shedding those toxins in the body, they're going to come out on the skin, and you're going to see them come out on the skin in acne, right? If it's hormonal, you see it more here. If it's sometimes the gut, you see it more on the forehead, all right? Now, like I said before, this may not be 100%. Like, there can be other factors as far as like the things that you are using, but I'm a firm believer that your body, when it detoxes, because everything does go through the skin, you do see it come on. You do see it on the skin. Now, I have seen in my little like research or whatnot where they were saying that nothing can come out of the skin. So there's no way that your body can detox and show up with more acne on the skin. But I'm going to have to counteract that and say, why is it that skin is your biggest organ, right? When you put anything on the skin, it goes into your bloodstream, it goes into your skin. So if that is the case, what makes you think that it can't come outside of the skin, right? So it just doesn't make sense as far as when it comes to that discussion about the skin and detoxing. Okay. And on top of that, too, everything that changes and shifts on the inside shows up on the outside of the body. So it just makes sense, right? Am I hitting my plant? Oh, hold on. Sorry. So, like that, it just makes sense in that way. Um, and if you ever like been someone who's gone on a fast, I don't know if you've ever like gone on a 3 day fast or something, but when you go on a fast and you just do like water or maybe juice and nothing else, you see a difference in how your skin looks because everything is detox, everything is balancing out, and you said people will say like, oh, my skin looks so much more like glowing and so much more like clearer, and it's because the whole body is resetting, so it just makes sense, right? So yeah, and speaking of fast, I need to go on a fast. I do. I need to go like on a 3 day fast. I haven't done a fast in a while. I think I attempted a fast some months ago, but I didn't fully go through with it. But I do need a fast. I need to do like a 3 day fast. hmm Because that's the thing. One of the benefits of fasting is that, yeah, it has so many health benefits for your overall health, but it also has a lot of great benefits for the skin. So yeah, I need to be on a fast somewhere for sure. So, this is another reason why I always say you have to have patience when it comes to skin. You have to have grace with it because the skin is a process. Just like anything else with your health, it's a process. So, if you are detoxing and your skin is purging, it's not going to be something where you're going to have clear skin overnight. It is going to take time for that skin to clear up and to look better. And yeah, it's going to get worse possibly before it gets better, but it's all a process. It's all a process. So, just like with anything else, and I say this all the time, especially when it comes to my clients, I always tell them you have to always see the end results of what you want. Don't look at it now, because now it's the process of it. It can get a little, it can get a little murky. Okay, you have to think about the end results. And so when it comes to detoxing and all that, when it comes to the skin, you gotta think about, or the body, you gotta think about what am I working towards and what eventually am I going to see. And it's going to be, you're going to see the results in what you want when it comes to your skin. So yeah, the part of your skin breaking out from purging, the part of you not looking your best, maybe your confidence is shot, it's going to happen. But when you get to that end result, you're gonna be like, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. You survived, right? You made it through, right? So you have to just continually think about the end result. Another thing that I also want to touch on in the whole detoxing and can lead to acne and detoxing the body. And this is something that I do target and hit on in my the Clear Skin Playbook, is I do talk about your diet. I do talk about what you eat, what you drink, because that plays a major role in what your skin looks like. People can sit up here and say you can eat whatever you want and your skin is going to look the best. Go and eat pizza and chips and soda and all that for a week straight and then tell me what your skin looking like. Because if it's tearing your insides up, guarantee it's going to tear your skin up too. hmm Yeah. I had a client some time ago, and I remember her skin was like real dry, right? And I said, what you doing? What's your diet like? And she's telling me about her diet. And I said, you drink water? And she's like, yeah, I drink water every day. But her skin is not telling me she's drinking water. Her skin is very well telling me that it's parched. So I'm like, and she's like, oh yeah, I've been drinking sparkling water every day. I said, meow. That's not water. That's not that's not water. That's carbonated water. You might as well go ahead and drink a soda. You need some raw water in your life. And then they have that conversation of, oh, I don't like water. You can put lemon in your water. You can put lime in your water. And shoot, that's even better. That you get your antioxidants. You can put what is it? I don't know. Do people put blueberries and strawberries and stuff in their water? Listen, you can do all that stuff with your water to jazz it to make it better, but you need hydration, straight up hydration, okay? And you can just tell when people are not drinking their water, when they're not hydrating enough. I had a lady the other day. I waxed her legs. And when I tell you, this woman's skin was so dry, it had me concerned. Like, I understand people not moisturizing, but your skin looked like you ain't drank a cup of water in decades. Ma'am, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand what you do on the inside comes out on the outside. I don't care how much moisturizer and retinol and fillers and Botox and put strings in your face to make you look like a puppet. I don't care about none of that. If you are not taking care of your body from the inside out, guarantee, mark my words, it don't matter what you are doing on the outside, the damage is going to be done. It's going to be done. I tell a lot of the younger women too, because I get a lot of like 20-year-olds and all that that come in and get waxed, and I'm like, take care of your skin now. So that when you get to your 30s, when you get my age, your skin looks its best, and you don't have to worry about wrinkles and fillers and doing all this stuff to try to maintain your youth because you fucked it up because you didn't take care of yourself. I don't know if I can curse on here, but I just did. Anyways, yeah. But eat right, drink your water. It's okay to have the things that are not so good, like the chips, Perry, like the chips. You know what I'm saying? I love my chips. I love my cookies. But sometimes you know when you overdoing it, and you need to go. Okay, I had like a whole thing of cookies yesterday, so today I should chill. I should chill. You know what? I actually wanted some cake today, but I had a whole thing of cookies, or not cookies, some kind of chocolate yesterday. So I said today, no sweets, unless it's like fruit, right? So take care of yourself from the inside out. The inside out. All right. Vinegar is the best for you. It depends. Some people have sensitivities to vinegar. Not everybody can use vinegar. Um, Vinegar is a whole other story too, but it's cool, but not everybody can use it in their skincare routine. All right. So yeah, so that's pretty much detoxing and the skin and how it works. And do you guys have any questions for me? While we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put up my clear skin playbook. Ooh, ooh. So y'all know I got the clear skin playbook. Um, I pretty much created the clear skin playbook so that you guys have more of a guide on acne. Okay, that's pretty much what that is. It's just straightforward. And then, oh, I don't have it on this phone. Hold on. I wanted to put up the hold on. Um, gallery. Mhm. I wanted to put up the table of contents so you guys can know what's in it. I'm gonna have to put it on this phone. I don't have it on this phone. It is in this phone. But pretty much, um, anyways, so pretty much there is a acne quiz on here. There is a skincare quiz, a skin type, a acne type, because that is important to know. Once you know your skin type and your acne type, and yes, there are different acne types as well, you have more of a guide on what it is that you need to do or where you need to go when it comes to your acne. There is a structured morning and evening routine. We talk about stress and skin and how that affects you. We talk about lifestyle and skin, hormones and skin. So it's just a very well put together playbook for you to go and get some answers and find out what works for you or what's best for you when it comes to your acne. Okay? Do you guys have any questions for me? I know we started off kind of rough, but we did it. We did it. Any questions for me? Y'all, don't be quiet now. No questions? Yeah. Yeah. No questions? You love all of your vinegars. Well, how many vinegars do you got? Isn't there only white vinegar and apple cider vinegar? What other vinegars are there? Balsamic? Balsamic? Is that a vinegar? You know what? I do. You know what? No, that's olive oil. I'm thinking about olive oil. I'm like, there are different types of vinegars, but that's olive oil I'm thinking about. Balsamic. I mean, but the main ones that people usually use for their skin is either apple cider vinegar or white vinegar, but more so apple cider vinegar. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, since my mind is not here, if you guys don't have any questions, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end the live here, and hopefully, it was helpful for y'all. Even though my concentration is crap today. What's today? Monday? I'm like, what's going on? Y'all, I have just not been in the mood. I swear, I feel like since the beginning of the day, I don't know what it is, but I'm just over. I'm over so much in life right now. That's probably what it is. I'm over everything. I feel like I want to be one of those people who like pack up all their stuff and go like backpacking across the world or something. I don't know. That's the vibe I'm feeling. I'm just like I'm tired of this life. Like I feel like this life is just like one narrow street and I'm like I don't want to live like that. Like I just feel like I just want to just pack my stuff and like go somewhere and just I've been watching those van life people. But you see, I'm not about that life though. See, that's the thing about me. I'm not about the van life though, because I like having my coziness of my apartment. I like to be able to use the restroom and shower. Like I don't the van life is a bit rough. I feel like I mean they be having some nice little things with the van life. Like they have a whole shower on there and all that. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But a part of me just wants to go. I so want so I need to change in my life. Okay, so I was right about balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, white wine, white distilled. Okay, yeah, the vinegar world is rough. I mean, it's not rough. Sorry, the vinegar world is a variety. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, y'all. I just wanted to go, and I'm like, maybe I want to move somewhere new, a different city. I'm just over it. I just been feel. Has anybody else been feeling like that? I can't be the only one. Like I just feel like I'm just ready for a move or a change in my life. Like talk to me. Don't make me seem like I'm alone on this one. Like I don't know. Mm. And then it's like if you do decide to do a van life, you gotta find a van. You gotta make it yours and do all the stuff to it. You know what I mean? But that's what I've been feeling like lately. I just feel like I just want to switch. I feel like I just need a change in my life somewhere. I don't know. But I'm over it. Follow your dreams. I know, right? But I don't think I'm about that van life though. I don't know. I just don't think I'm about it. I don't know. I mean, I watch people do it and the videos look nice, but it's a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different lifestyle. A whole different lifestyle. Okay, we get it. You love vinegar. Oh my gosh, you love vinegar. All right, we get it. We get it. You if you could bathe in vinegar, you would, huh? You would fill up your tub with vinegar and just you would we get it. You like vinegar. You better be careful. You're gonna start smelling like vinegar, and then people gonna be running away from you. They're not gonna like you because you're gonna smell like vinegar, and then you're gonna be getting talked about. No, I don't think you want to be known as the person that walk around smelling like vinegar. Just saying. Oh, okay. I'm just I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. That is all. Okay. You like I love vinegar. I'm like, okay, we know you love the vinegar. I'm just in there. You got vinegar in your water bottle. You mix vinegar with your water. You be drinking that, huh? Okay, I'm just teasing. Let me stop. Mm. You know what? These two colors kind of go together. You want to know something? Royal blue is my new favorite color. I am usually into this type of mauve pink. I love a mauve pink, as you can tell. Like, it is one of my favorite colors. Well, kind of, this one's all faded. But I love me a mauve pink. But this combo, hello, royal blue and mauve pink may be my favorite color. I gotten a lot of compliments on my nails for this color. People love it. I may have to do it again. I don't know, but I'm loving it. Look at it. Anyways, all right, y'all. Y'all don't have any more questions for me? No. I guess we could talk about some spiritual stuff. I'm not quite ready to go yet. I don't want to make this live. I don't know. I want to talk to you guys more and engage more with you guys. But I guess I could share a little bit more of like what I've been doing or like my little journey here. Okay, so all right. I watched. So I've been doing the whole thing of getting into like shadow work, right? If you don't know what shadow working is, it's like tapping into the parts of you or really sitting down with yourself and going through the parts of you that you may not know are hindering you in a way, right? So they're the parts of you that are like trauma or something that happened in your childhood and just those things that you comb through and you go, oh, I act like this because this is what happened to me X amount of years ago. Just getting to the core of the why, right? And when you get to the core of the why, you can go through, correcting it, correcting your behaviors, correcting your thoughts, and all of that, which is going to equal to you having a better life, because you're getting out of your own way, right? And so I started doing a lot of shadow work for myself because there are some things about me that I feel like I'm in my own way, right? And this is like in my relationship. This is like in my day to day. There are just some things that I'm like, yo, I have to get to the core of the things that are going on and why they're going on, right? And I mean, we all do. We all got our shit, right? So I started doing that, and I started becoming very intentional with my thoughts, like the things that I'm thinking about, catching the things that I'm thinking about, catching, um, catching, the words in which I'm saying, catching like just all of that because it's all in alignment. How you think, how you speak over your life, it's all in alignment, right? So I started to become really intentional with catching my thoughts. And when I tell you guys, if you don't ever try it, just one day, start now, start catching what you're thinking because I will be sitting there and I will just think about something. And it's not a positive thought at all. It is a negative thought. And I noticed that that negative thought will start to go. It'll get this momentum, right? It'll start going like this. And next thing you know, I'm spiraling. I am spiraling about something that does not need to be spiraled about. And it's like, I think back and I'm like, how did that go from like 0 to 100 so fast? So, and it wasn't even a big deal. It wasn't a big deal at all. But once I started catching my thoughts and I go, okay, I already know where that's going to lead me to. Let me go and do something else. Let me go and do something productive. Let me go and do that. Or why am I thinking like that? Oh, I thought that because of this, right? Now, this ties into something else that I have been researching and working on. You are the creator of your world, of your reality. Everything that is outside of you created, right? Everything that's outside of you, you created. So when I'm doing this whole like, researching of stuff and getting really into, all this, attention is alignment. Attention is intention, right? Stay with me. If you are focusing on the things that you don't want in life, swing it back around to when I said negative thoughts, negative talk, you are letting your thoughts rotate and get out of control. You are going to put that your attention onto that, and what happens, that is going to come to you. It's going to magnetize to you, and you're going to have more problems just like that, or more of the things that you don't want. And so for me, the things that I'm manifesting in my life, or the things that I want in my life, I really have to do the background work and go, why am I thinking like that? Why does that come to mind? Watching what you're saying, right? I find myself saying like, I don't know. What am I saying I don't know for? I do know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like a filler word. But why would I say I don't know when I do know? It's like you have to self audit in a way. And it's just like once you get through once you start doing it, it's mind blowing. And you really be looking at yourself like, how long have I been doing this? How long have I been self sabotaging in these ways, right? I'm telling y'all, it's something else, But you just figure out like what triggers you, what makes you feel some type of way, and you gotta really like change your thought. I also got back into like my whole journaling. I journaled a lot, you know what I'm saying? I did a lot of writing. And when you get them thoughts out of here onto paper, it takes you to a whole different level. You get what I'm saying? Meditating. Today I meditated for 20 minutes. And usually I can't even get through 10 minutes. And the 20 minutes felt like 10 minutes I meditated. I had to sit there and be like, was the timer right? But it was right. You get what I'm saying? So, y'all, we are going through a whole little transition over here. And I have always been a more like spiritual person. And my thing is this: whenever you think the journey has ended and you think, oh, I got this, because I thought that years ago, I was like, I mastered myself. I'm manifest. Things come to me. I know. I know. And the journey is never ending. You're going to always be elevating as a person, evolving as a person, bettering yourself as a person, and discovering things about yourself as a person. And people are going to come into your life and they're going to trigger the fuck out of you. I'm going to tell you, they're going to press a button in you that you didn't even know was there because it's been hidden. It's been hidden from you. And then a whole other thing comes up and you're like, well, I didn't know that was going to come up from my childhood. Surprise, surprise. Now you're on a whole new journey. It's deep. It's intricate. It's deep. It's something. It's something. So no one ever knows anything. Like that's why people who say like, "Oh, well, I'm healed," or "Oh, I'm good," or "Oh, no," because when it comes to this thing called life, we are forever evolving. We are forever growing. We are forever like we're human. We're human, and this is a ever going learning experience when it comes to this world, you know? And this is what I was saying before, like I'm just over what my life is. I'm kind of over the repetitiveness of my life. I'm over feeling like we have to just work to live. I'm over feeling like it's just you can have anything in this world. This world is the reality is your reality. You create what you want out of this world, and nobody else creates that for you. So it's like, why not play by your rules? Do what you want to do, you know? And this conversation cannot be had with everyone because not everybody gets it. You talk like this to people and they think like you're like insane, but it's like no, if I want to like backpack across the world, why not? Why not? You know, like you can do whatever you want to do. So like that's just been like my journey, and this is another reason why I want to fast for 3 days because I've been called to. I've been needing to fast for a while. And I haven't gotten around to doing it. But yeah, you know, it's just. Hmm. But at the end of it all, the whole point of doing all of this work and all this inner work, shadow work, is to better yourself as a person, is to know yourself inside and out so that nobody else can say that they know you. When you know who you are, nobody can tell you anything about yourself. When you know what triggers you, when you know what makes you happy, when you know what makes you secure, and you bring that to yourself, security, comfort, all that, you are a force to be reckoned with. No one can move you. I'm going to tell you right now, this world, there's so much going on in this world where they are controlling people emotions. Stay with me. News, world events, they trigger people. And now you have anxiety about what's going on in the world. Are we going to war? Is this and that? And you're living your life on eggshells and all that. When no one, this is why I say, when no one can control your emotions and you control your own emotions and regulate your own emotions, you are a force to be reckoned with. No one can manipulate you, no one can gaslight you, no one can make you feel any type of way unless you give them the permission to. Why? Because you control and you regulate yourself. And that is the end game of it all. The end game of everything is for you to be in control of yourself, right? The fact that somebody can say something to you and you are an emotional mess makes no sense. The fact that you can see something on TV and it makes you an emotional mess should not be it. Now, there are some things, don't get me wrong, because I see some things that make me outraged, okay? It'd be like, how dare you? But at the end of the day, I take that, I move on because I don't want anything to ever control me emotionally. Nothing and no one to ever control me emotionally. Ever make me step outside of who I am. Because that's giving away your power. I'm going to tell you right now, it's giving away your power. And let me tell you something else. Emotion is the biggest, it's the biggest energy source. Emotion is the biggest driver. Okay? Why do you think fear is a strong emotion, right? Fear is a strong emotion. It drives a lot. So when you think of like people fear mongering or people putting certain things into you, it is to get that emotion stirred up because that's going to keep you in a box. Listen, if y'all hear a baby crying, it's my neighbor. My window is open. I didn't close my window before we started this live. So if you hear a baby crying, my neighbor. But anyways, so it's all about having the right mindset, but also the right emotion as well. Because that's one thing that I had to also learn. I had to also learn that you can have the right mindset, but like it all has to be in alignment. You get what I'm saying? And it's easier said than done, of course. But yeah, it's a journey. And I will say that my relationship currently it has been a catalyst. It has been like what has also been throwing me into more shadow work as well. But they do say your person will mirror you and show you things about yourself, and that is true. That is true. Um, I guess standing up for yourself plays a huge part in standing up for yourself plays a huge part into to chase away the fear. I mean, it's not necessarily chasing away the fear. I would say it's more so as in just not having it, not believing in the fear. Because if you believe in the fear, then it makes it real. And chasing it away does nothing but just puts it on the back burner. You just want to know that there's no reason to fear. Why would you fear it? You get what I'm saying? Like, why is there need to be a fear there? Because giving that gives it energy, it gives it reality, it gives it what it is. No, you fear, what fear? That doesn't exist over here. That's what that needs to be. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be the opposite of what fear is. What's the opposite of fear? Courage? You know? Well, you know what? Actually, I just see I'm making a full circle here because you said, I guess standing up for yourself plays a huge part into chasing away. So you're right. You're right on that one because the opposite of fear is courage, and courage is standing up to what it is that you're afraid of or you're fearful of. But in the same point, I also think like just fear shouldn't be a reality for you. It goes deep. It goes deep. And listen, I have just been in that realm. I have been in that realm right now. Um, yeah. But I'm a firm believer that you do everything that's in your reality, everything that's outside of you, everything that is around you, you create it, you manifest it, you put around you. And that's even down to like, and see, this one gives me a little bit of this one. When it comes to this part of the topic, people say like people are mirrors of you and you created their actions towards you. And a part of me can believe that, but at the same time, everybody has a different life. Everybody has different realities on this planet. Everybody's dealing with different situations, if it's not drugs and all that. So, a lot of the times, too, I feel like you can't really say like somebody is a mirror of you necessarily because everybody has different realities and you're just seeing somebody else's reality play out. You get what I'm saying? But I do think that if you are projecting negative thoughts or if you're thinking about stuff, you can get that back to you from somebody else. Like if you think your partner doesn't love you and they're not, you can get that back. They'll prove you right and show you that they don't love you. You get what I'm saying? So I do feel like you gotta find your own like reality with that one, but it gets deep. It gets deep. So that's where it's just like me being like, okay, well, what do I want to create for myself? What's the reality that I want for myself? What truth do I want for myself? What beliefs do I want for myself? Because all that yapping, the negative shit. Oh, and there's something else that I heard. Oh, this one, I talked to my friend about it earlier. This one makes me always like baffled, right? I was watching Neuro Knowledge here on YouTube, and he was talking about how it is easy for us to remember bad or negative things or negative memories, but it is you don't remember the good memories. And he said, off the top of your head, what are three positive things or three good memories that happened in your life? Right? And he was like, I bet you can't think of one. And a lot of times you go blank, you're like, wait a minute, what are three things that are good that are happening to me? But I bet you, but he's like, in that same sense, you say, what are some negative things that happen to you? And they come to the forefront of your mind quick, right? The mind itself is just crazy because it's like, how are we able to fix it? How are those bad thoughts or those evil thoughts or those negative thoughts able to have so much? Oh, I know why. Okay. The reason why the negative thoughts hold so much power over the positive thoughts is because I believe that they have more of an emotional charge behind them. Because negative things create trauma in the body, create trauma for people, and it's things that they don't forget, right? So they have such an emotional charge or such an emotional stronghold. And so they're in the body more versus the good things that happen. You may be like, yeah, that was good, and then you kind of bypass it because it happened, it was exciting, it goes. But the negative stuff hits you like a brick wall and it stays around forever and you're sad about it. You can't sleep at night and it has such a stronger hold on you. So that was something that kind of baffled me, but when I kind of thought about it, I was like, yeah, it makes sense that that sticks around a lot more. But yeah, it's just, yeah, it's a journey. That's what your girl's going through. Or that's just the next step in life. But yeah, we have to be very, very mindful of our thoughts. You have to be very mindful of the things that you speak over your life. You have to be very mindful of everything. And don't ever think that you cannot get out of any situation that you are in, because there is always a way out. And there's always a way out. This life that we have, nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent in this life. Nothing is solid. Everything is up and downs. You're going to have your good moments. You're going to have your bad moments. But at the end of the day, guess what? You're going to make it through. And then if you think about your life, you made it through so much. Even things you thought you weren't going to make it through, baby, you made it through. Okay? But I just feel a lot of times we can get so caught up in the downs that, like, you forget your power. You forget your power when you feel like you were down. And that's the worst thing ever, because you cannot forget your power, because that's where your strength comes from. Ooh, we getting deep. Am I talking to myself or am I talking to myself? Oh my goodness, it gets deep. It gets so deep, you know. And another thing that I've been cutting back on is this here. This is another thing that I have been cutting. Another one of the main reasons why I also too want to cut back on the amount of social media usage and being on is that it doesn't make you feel better. I feel like I'll scroll on Instagram or I'll scroll on TikTok and things just trigger me. I see things that just don't make me feel the best, and I'm just like, what are we here for? And I mean, maybe it's an algorithm. I have to go through and sometimes, and I'll watch a whole bunch of funny stuff and it'll be fine, and then something will pop up and I'm just like, I don't want to see that, you know. But then again, we don't control socials, okay? So yeah, so yeah, but yeah, so that's my little spiritual rant, I guess, if you will. What time is it? 7:35. All right. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully, this was helpful to anybody out there. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next live. Bye.